I can't even believe it. Like, this is so, like, nostalgic for me because it reminds...
Is it triggering?
It's a little triggering.
Virtual reality. Hi, I'm Danny Murphy.
And I'm Evan Real.
And as a lifelong East Coaster, I had so much fun taking Evan not just to the Jersey Shore for his first time, but also the Hamptons.
Danny, thank you so much for heralding me through this very special East Coast delicious journey. I can't believe that I got to do so much in such a short amount of time. I still have whiplash from going to Seaside Heights with the cast of the Jersey Shore, and then just a few days later, I'm in the Hamptons with you and Jill Zarin and 7,000 other Bravo celebrities.
I felt so Hamptons because my sunburn was literally peeling by this point, so I feel like I had a chemical peel, so I felt so rich, even though the burn was from Jimbo's Barn Grill.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm just gonna pretend future sunburns are like from a chemical peel from now on.
Oh, it's a way to elevate and escalate. Like, it's a perfect little fix. Makes you feel fancy. And we have so many full-on, you guys have probably already been listening to them, Jersey Shore podcast episodes going out, YouTube videos. We had so much fun with them. But we also had the time, it's been such a, like you said, whirlwind. We had the time of our life at Jill Zarin's Luncheon.
This was, even though you've been to the Hamptons before, this was both our first times at Jill Zarin's Luxury Luncheon, which is an institution within the RHONY universe where so many Bravo celebrities show up every single year, and this year was no different. Of course, we had Queen Jill, but then there was Kristen Taekman from RHONY Legacy. We had Bronwyn and Cynthia and Leanne from Dallas, which was like a fun blast from the past. So it was a really good time. Who were you most excited to see and chat with? Also, Fessler, our favorite, and
Bess
New Jersey.
and the Marge. I was most excited to see the woman that was handing out the Diet Cokes because like Jill's. I felt because it was hot and like I felt like a Diet Coke cooled me down so much, and I felt so Jill walking around the Hamptons with a Diet Coke, just like waving at people.
And then also when we chatted with Jill, she was holding a Diet Coke, which also felt very, very correct.
It felt so correct that she was like, oh, you have to look at my paddles with Allie, Diet Coke in hand. She was constantly the hostess with the mostess. But speaking of the mostess, we got some, our ladies were pretty grateful with giving out a little tea. Kristen Taekman, we talked to her because we had to let her know that we accidentally reignited or started a feud with her and Ramona at our last live show.
Yeah, like, I don't know if you guys remember, but when we had Ramona on stage, of course, we had to talk about RHONY Legacy. And this was before they went to St. Bart's to film. And we asked about the inclusion of Kristen Taekman in the cast. And Ramona shaded her just a little bit. And she was like, I forgot who Kristen was. Kristen clapped back on social media. And she was very proud of how she responded to Ramona's shade.
Oh, she was. I was also a little nervous for you because we had a live show.
You were nervous
right?
for me?
No, because we had a live show right before where Ramona I think she accidentally shaded you.
Oh, was it on your show?
It was on our show. We were asking her.
Sorry, who shaded her back?
Oh, you clapped back real fast.
With some Hamptons photos.
I was like from this event. Yeah. Well, yeah, totally. I was just like, you can say a lot of things about me, but I know you know me. Come on now. And that was the second time she'd done that to me, by the way. She did something similar over COVID that I let go, and this time I was like, yeah, no, we're not gonna, yeah. But anyway.
You're back on the bike.
At that,
Settle in.
were you ready to address her about that in St. Bart's?
We actually had a private phone conversation about it before, so we were good going in. That part was clear.
What did she say to make you feel better? Did she apologize? Because she is the apologizer.
Yes, she did. She apologized. So she called me and she apologized. So that made me feel better going into it because I do think that, whatever. I mean, she said what she said and I said what I said. And I think it was nice. I think it was nice that she kind of cleared the air. So we went in with that being cleared, which is good.
I feel, I don't know how squashed it was. Because just because it's over doesn't mean it's really over. I think Ramona is a Katy Perry fan. And I feel she maybe, who knows, maybe day 4 she forgot Kristen for a second too.
Wait, actually, Danny, she is a Katy Perry fan, and she made that same reference on an episode of Watch What Happens Live when talking about some split in the Bravo world, and I forget what split it was, but she said, like Katy Perry said, just because it's over doesn't mean it's really over. And whoever she was with was so confused, but I love that you just like sort of subconsciously knew that if Ramona is listening, she would understand that.
Oh, Ramona, I was in the Hamptons for a day. Now I'm like, I understand Ramona. Yeah. It's fine. But I mean, to get us back to the basics, I feel like, I mean, I personally, I vibe more in the state of New Jersey. I don't pump my gas. I just had Dunkin'. I'm in like stretch jeans. This is more talking about me than the state of New Jersey. But that's why I was so happy that we got to see our Jersey ladies, Jen Fessler and Margaret Josephs. And they told us a little bit about, because camera's going up soon.
Yeah, I mean, as you guys know, cameras for the next season of New Jersey Housewives are going up like imminently. Like it is now August, and that is when production is supposed to resume. And so we kind of like got their mindset going into the season. After season 13, things got so tumultuous and volatile with Melissa and Teresa and everything. And so they told us where they were at sort of internally with the situation. And I think that both ladies, Marge and Fessler, are sort of going into this season hoping to infuse some positivity, maybe some resolution.
The Marge just doesn't stop.
Doesn't stop. And then I'll be back with my Jersey girls.
Oh my God, how are you feeling going back into filming? We're basically days away at this point. I mean, I know the fans are excited.
Yeah, I feel fine. I feel good. I feel like we had a break. Most of the ladies I love, and I'm happy to be back together with them.
I know. I feel it's always a hard thing because I feel you always go back ready to start anew and be like, guys, like, hi. And then everyone's like, 5 years ago.
I know.
Margaret, 20 years ago at the clam bar.
Yeah, 20 years ago at the clam bar, you ate my lobster roll. You know what? I'm going in with a positive attitude. I want a good time. I'm not about bringing up old stuff, and that's it. I'm going in for a good time. And, we'll see what happens. But I go in every year with that attitude, so.
What do you think the key will be this time around to truly move on and not bring up the past? Because I know it's tough.
I'm not talking to any grudge holders. It's that simple. And anybody who's a grudge holder is not going to be in my realm.
I did tell Jen Fessler that they kind of are the Fleetwood Mac of Bravo. Because it's great. The songs are great. The episodes are great. But the conflict is brutal. And we'll see what happens because everyone's back. Everyone is back. Apparently.
Yeah. I do wonder, like, everyone's back. I do wonder if Bravo might surprise us and test out filming with some potential newbies just to see how they mix and mingle. I mean, the cast is pretty stacked and there's really not a lot of room because, I think now we have 6 full-time girls and then 2 very formidable friends of in Fessler and Jackie Goldschneider. So I don't know that there is a lot of room for more girls, but you never know.
I would love for them to find a girl who could get a word in edgewise against any of those ladies.
I know. It's not going to be oh my God, I can't even remember her name. What was Tiki's wife's name? Oh my God.
Oh, Tracy Johnson.
I just felt like Ramona Singer forgetting Kristen Taekman. I feel like me and Tracy Johnson like could be in a feud right now.
You know what? I think she could use it.
Yeah. Well, guess who also is kind of feuding in a fun way? Lisa Hockstein and Lenny's a new fiance, the mistress.
Katarina, right? Is that her name?
Oh, now are you Ramona Singering?
No, but it's when do I need to know her name? I'm Lisa, that was for you.
Yeah. I love the way Lisa reacted to the engagement on her Instagram story. What did she say? It was like,
congrats to my husband I'm not yet divorced from and his mistress or something like that. That's when I was like, Lisa, you are from my blood. Like, that is how I would also be reacting.
And I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, I think cameras may still be up for the next season of Miami. I hope they are, because I hope that we get to cover this on the next season, because I love that Lisa is in this sort of like, I don't give an F era. She's also with her new man, Jody, who I think
who's so handsome.
Very supportive, and she seems to be very in love with him. So she's probably in like this really great space to receive this bombshell news. So I'm just like envisioning her like laughing in a confessional in her like whatever little sexy
bodysuit
going on. Yeah, in a bodysuit. Yes.
I feel like first it was like, hey, Google, play SZA. If Lisa knows, because like she could go with a good breakup album. Then she zoomed in on the sneakers Lenny wore to the engagement. And third is the bodysuit, where she's like, oh, I'm so much better.
I'm glad you brought up those sneakers, because I can't believe Katarina said yes.
I would have girl, you have higher standards for yourself.
That's no. I mean, I guess like he was on like the edge of a cliff or a mountain, and like I guess
like
he needed something to keep him nice and stabilized. Because I don't know how old Vinny is now, so like maybe he's like entering his like orthopedic sneaker era.
maybe, but homeboy wears sneakers to the engagement.
And I don't know if he could get it.
I don't know if he could get it. He could not get it. But you know what Erika Jayne is not getting? Apparently that Ozempic jab.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm glad that Erika Jayne finally said something, because there has been so much speculation, because as Andy Cohen described it, she is a whisper of herself. She is a lean fighting residency dancing machine now, and she looks a lot different, a lot lighter these days.
I did come down in weight, and I did it hormonally.
Hormonally?
Yeah, I was
not Ozempically.
No, I was going through menopause.
Okay.
She does. I don't know if it's the like the earrings off of her. I don't know what it is, or maybe this is really just her like no F's given. It's her new era. I curious what because that's what the Beverly Hills ladies, they don't really let anybody get away with anything. So all I know is every answer to every question we have will be answered next season. But she really shot that down, because it's been kind of like after everybody was all eyes on Kyle with that, and Kyle was like, guys, like now I need to post my effing gym routine every day. Erika kind of got all the heat about the Ozempic of it all.
I feel like Kyle's like secretly so relieved that the Ozempic conversation has transferred to Erika, but I think that it was just an interesting answer that she gave to credit her weight loss, which was that she was going through menopause, which is something Danny and I do not understand and are not qualified to speak on. We will never understand what that's about. But that is what she said. She said it was because she was going through menopause and she was hormonally.
Jackie Hoffman, who could speak on it, was a little confused about that answer. That was.
Yeah. So I'm glad we had Jackie there to sort of like maybe be the Greek chorus for the rest of the world responding to Erika's reasoning for her weight loss. I mean, look, I will say, like, she looks great now. She looked great a year ago. I can't wait to see her do her thing in Vegas. Like, she's gonna freaking slay in a bodysuit. So I'm pumped.
She's going to look so good. And maybe, you know what? Two things. I wonder if A, she got tips from this man, or B, maybe she wants a special tip from this man, because could you see Erika Jayne and Vinny from Jersey Shore? That would be I actually kind of need that to happen.
I can see that happening. I feel like Erika would go for a hot young Italian stallion like Vinny, who as we know, he does a residency at the Chippendales show in Las Vegas, showing off his sexy shirtless self. The abs are pulsating. The V cut is V cutting.
Oh, that keto Guido is chef's kiss. Compliments to the zucchini. Yeah, because I think that's in keto, not from that. But who knows?
But yeah, you and I ran into Vinny during our Jersey Palooza extravaganza all over the Seaside Heights boardwalk. We chatted with him at the Shore store, which felt so cool.
It felt so cool. There were lines of people outside because everyone found out it was a meatball day. The Jersey Shore cast was at the Shore store. So it was like security, photo shoots. Some of the cast kids were all there. And we talked to Vinny about, how it was all being together and if he was excited about Vinny 2.0, Angelina's fiance. And I think when Angelina hears this, she's not going to be too excited with Vinny 1.0.
But Angelina, she didn't really seem to be concerned about Vinny 1.0, Vinny 2.0. She was just excited that she was the one who finally got Sammi to rejoin the franchise after an 11-year hiatus. Like she was giving herself pats on the back.
Truly a round of applause. Yes, she got fired from the Shore store when she first started there, but she is now hired for casting and beyond.
Everything happens for a reason, but do you know what your main job is?
What is that? What is that?
Bringing Sammi back to Jersey Shore.
Can you believe I did that?
Thank you.
I was the only, well, you guys are welcome. I'm the only one that could actually pull it off.
Are you surprised that you're the only one?
They're surprised because you know what? The girls tried for so long, but they thought they were gonna do it, and it just took a DM.
And why do you think it was you that she was receptive to? Do you think that maybe Sammi, finally the stars aligned for her to be open to coming back, or do you think that you had a little special something else?
I think it's both, but I think it's something like, I think me and her bonds, it was always me, her, and Ron. I was always like the third wheel, like back in the day, and I think we really never, obviously we never had a falling out ever, so we never had any ill will towards each other for years. I think she felt comfortable. Actually, she actually said that to me. She's like, I felt very comfortable with you. So I like that I was actually able to pull it off, and everybody else couldn't.
And I feel like even because we saw the premiere, you guys wasted no time being comfy again. Like, it felt like a really nice reunion coming together. Did it feel great to like actually get to see her in person again and everything?
I was so happy to drive up with her. Like, and I didn't find out that I was driving up with her until the day of. They took my phone. They were like, this is like top secret. I was like, because they were like, look at this picture right here. And I said, holy shit, it's Sam. Like, you didn't tell me. Like, the producers really were amazing about not telling anybody. But I did like start it up like, hey, do you want to come back? And she kept telling me that she wasn't talking to anybody about coming back. So she hid it from me. It was good. It was amazing. So I didn't know until the day of I was driving up with her.
Oh my God,
I love that.
That is incredible.
And then we had a great ride up to Pennsylvania. A great ride, like just talking about like her life and like kind of filling her in about what's going on with me and the girls.
Yeah.
We just shot the for like hours because it was hours to get there.
And what was Vinny 2.0's involvement in this season? Have you guys gotten to know him better after only knowing him for like 3 hours?
Yeah, I mean, just one of Angelina's fiancés, you know. They pop up every once in a while. So this was this one. We always treat them with respect. Usually they treat us with respect, and that was it. So he's a nice guy, and yeah, maybe in a couple years she'll trade him out.
Do you?
Vinny 5.
Yeah, Vinny 3.0.
It's like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you and Angelina have like officially squashed the flirtation situation?
Never. No. And I don't really. I mean, you can have different words for it, like flirting, fighting, banter. Yeah, but we're really comfortable with each other. We've all known each other for so long, so certain people I have like a different dynamic with where I can like mess with them, and Angelina is just like my prime I know how to get under her skin, and I'm bored when I'm there. I need the time to pass. Yeah, so I just like, you know, like I know I get under her skin, she throws something at me, and then we call it a day. It's funny though, because my relationship with her is like, I say the word hate, but I'm being a little sarcastic, but we like but it's so superficial, just brother and sister fighting. What she has with the girls like gets deep. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny, we think that she, like, sometimes I end up like having lunch with her on the show, and I'm like, how did I get in this position? And it's like, oh, because you fight with her, but it's not like serious. You know what I mean?
Episode pizza party when it's just you and her.
Right, I'm like, they're like, you fight with Angelina today. I'm like, don't we hate each other? Like, how did I get her to be her BFF, you know?
Right.
So that's how, like, we're not really fighting, you know what I mean?
Well,
Or we're not flirting either.
Yeah.